It all starts with the business strategy. How the bank, where does the bank wants to play? And in terms of products, in terms of customer segments, and how do they want to win? What are the competitive differentiators that they want to have? And stemming from that, they need to think hard about the digital vision, how these digital technologies are going to help create a new value proposition. So I was talking earlier about, delivering financial well-being to their customers. That could be a digital vision. So how do you leverage these digital enablers in order to do that? It starts really with the business strategy and the digital vision. In theory, yes, I think digital strategies should create this innovation for banks, customers, and insurance customers. In practice, we see that it's actually very difficult to do this. Just to give you an example of a health insurance company creating a mobile app for their customers, the employees, to claim their health expenses. As an employee, I'm using the app, and it feels to me that the company has outsourced the scanning process to me, right? So instead of opening the letters internally, their operations, open the letters, scan the bills, and then, the process of reimbursing the claims starts, they have actually outsourced this process of scanning the bill to me on my smartphone. I need to take a picture of the bill and then through the app send the bills for reimbursement. It makes me work more. It doesn't bring me a lot of value. So for me, it seems that they get value because probably the cost of running the process is lower. But for me, as an employee, as a customer, as a user of the mobile app, it doesn't bring me much value. So they lost an opportunity to actually innovate and create new sources of value for me as a user. So I think this is an interesting example of how complex digital innovation is, and how, as a company, you need to have the right mindset and the right culture and the right goals in order to make sure that whatever value you create for the customers is actually something that customers desire, something that makes the customer's life easier, that reduces the frustration, that reduces the friction, and that delivers a great, delightful experience for the customer. The way Forrester defines digital and digital business, these are companies that continuously leverage digital technologies to do two things. First, it's creating new sources of value for customers. And the other one is how can they bring more agility into their operations in service of the customer as well. The result of this digital strategy has to be innovation. So I'm not sure we can say digital strategy equals innovation, but it's more digital technologies as enablers of more innovation delivered to the customers. Having a lab will help you, drive a digital strategy, but that's not your digital strategy. You should not limit the lab as, your digital strategy. The problem is that a lot of the bank and insurance consider that's their digital strategy. They have a lab. We think that a lot of these labs will fail because they will be able to spawn a lot of prototypes, of what could a digital experience be for the bank's customer, the insurance customer. The problem is that there's so many cultural barriers, procedural barriers, systems barriers inside the organization, organizational barriers inside the organizations, the incumbent banks and insurance providers, that these ideas will stay at the stage of prototypes and will never have the impact that they could have because the bank or the insurance culture organization processes are not ready to take these ideas on and scale them and actually impact the business outcome.